Hi, this is Chandrashekhar Prabhu once again. We have discussed the issue of deemed conveyance several times. We told people that deemed conveyance is your right. Unless the societies get a deemed conveyance, the name of the society doesn't come on the property card. And unless the name of the society is not entered on the property card, what happens is you cannot go in for any redevelopment. There are some WhatsApp messages which are going around telling societies that you don't require deemed conveyance. This is fake news. The WhatsApp messages are totally wrong. It is absolutely essential to get deemed conveyance. The only exception with regard to deemed conveyance is the government and the MADA lands on which the conveyance is done by MADA in MADA colonies, and on government lands there is a system of either signing a lease agreement or there is a system of the allotment being regularized by the government. Either way, it is very clear that the deemed conveyance has to be done. And the WhatsApp messages which say that no deemed conveyance need be done are completely wrong. Today I want to tell you something which every cooperative housing society must know. Most of the buildings where the builders have built the building and handed it over to cooperative housing societies, in most cases 87% of the buildings which have been built by builders, the builders have not done the regular conveyance. Law says that within 6 months of getting an occupation certificate, the conveyance must be done. So in most cases, the occupation certificate is also not taken. Remember that without the occupation certificate, if you occupy a building, your occupation is considered completely illegal and you have to pay more taxes, more money for the electricity, more money for water supply. And despite knowing all this, the builders don't help the societies by getting occupation certificates. That is one part of the thing. Now, realizing that more and more societies are going for deemed conveyance, the builders have found a new way out. They approach the societies and tell them that we are willing to do a conveyance. They do a conveyance, but that is a conditional conveyance. A conditional conveyance is generally not expected from the builder and it's illegal. The builder can't put any condition. If you have paid the money for the flat, the builder has to convey the land on which the building stands where all the flats have been sold. But instead of doing it, the builder tells the society that I shall convey the land on condition that you are entitled whatever FSI that you are consuming today. Any FSI over and above that on the land on which your building stands, even on that land, if there is any FSI that is due to you, it will come to me. That is, it will come to the builder. This is the kind of conveyance that the builders try to do with the societies. Many society office bearers do not understand this crucial thing. They feel that the builder is doing a conveyance, why go for deemed conveyance? And they fall into the trap, they sign on a dotted line. In practice, what happens is they are actually giving up their rights on the FSI on the land forever. Whatever FSI in the future is increased, on that the the rights of the society and its members are being given away permanently by signing on these conveyances. So it is very essential that you get the conveyance content examined by a competent lawyer who explains to you what the builder is trying to do. I know of one case in Andheri where the FSI consumed was 1, and under the present DC rules the FSI can be consumed up to 3.5, but the builder has smartly given a conveyance deed very recently to the society members that you shall be entitled to only 1 FSI and the remaining FSI will come to me. He has some land touching the land of this society, and he claims that he is entitled to that surplus FSI which the society should get on a different land. Now this is cheating, this is illegal, this is improper, this cannot be done. But the society office bearers either do not know that they are being cheated, or B, which happens in rare cases, they are purchased by the builders and they sign on the dotted line and the members don't know. When the building comes up for redevelopment, they realize that all the rights of the FSI have been given up. There is another large society of 40 buildings, of 100 buildings in Thane, another society of 40 buildings in Mulund, wherein the builder has signed similar kind of agreements saying that he is doing a conveyance, putting condition, making a conditional conveyance on the members of the society and making them enter into an agreement which is completely illegal. When you have paid for all the flats on that land, you are entitled to unencumbered rights on the land. And once you are entitled to the rights on the land, any FSI available even in the future on that land must come to the society and its members. If someone is denying you those rights, he is indulging into an illegal transaction. And what happens if such an agreement is done by the society? What happens if the office bearers of the society have indeed cheated the members? What happens if the office bearers are naive and they have trusted the developers and signed on the dotted line? In such cases, it is very important that you once again go for deemed conveyance and negate the illegalities done on the conditional conveyance by the developer. Go to the registrar, apply for deemed conveyance, file a case against the builder saying that you have cheated us by giving us the wrong documents, file an FIR if necessary, proceed criminally against the concerned developer, proceed through the civil matter against the developer, that is if necessary, and simultaneously go to the registrar and apply for deemed conveyance. Within 6 months' time, the deemed conveyance process takes place and your land comes to you and you become full owners of the land along with the FSI that comes with the land. So this is something which lot of societies don't know. When they come to me for redevelopment, I examine their conveyance. They tell me that conveyance is done. Our builder was kind enough to do the conveyance. When the actual copy of the conveyance deed comes, it is written there that you are entitled only to the existing FSI. In Thane, when some of the societies approached the builders and said that you have done an illegal transaction, the builder relented and signed another conveyance deed wherein he said that instead of the 1 FSI that you have consumed today, you shall be entitled to 2 FSI, and anything over and above 2 FSI will be mine. Even this is illegal. So the builders are trying, having realized that with the conveyance, deemed conveyance happening more and more, people realizing that deemed conveyance must be done, and more societies successfully completing the deemed conveyance processes, the builders have realized that they will lose their land, they'll lose all the rights. So they are coming back to the members of the society and to the society office bearers and offering to sign a conditional conveyance. This is dangerous. This is wrong. Please do not fall into the trap of this conditional conveyance if the builder or any of his henchmen of the owner of the land tries to deal with you for the conditional conveyance, because conditional conveyance in itself is wrong. Convey means if you have paid for all the flats and the flats have converted themselves into a cooperative housing society, then the land underneath the building, the appurtenant land in and around which is in possession of the society, and all FSI from time to time has increased by the government, must go to the society and the society alone and to no one else. No builder can claim rights over these lands. No builder can cheat you of what is legitimately yours. You must therefore make it a point not to sign with any builder unless he gives full rights of FSI on that land to you and says he has no rights whatsoever on the land which he conveys to you. If he says that, then perhaps you can do it, but please get the conveyance documents which the builder offers checked with a good lawyer who will warn you if things are wrong. And for the rest, even if you have a conditional conveyance or you have no conveyance, please approach the registrar with your documents and get a deemed conveyance. For deemed conveyance, there are agents, as I warned you earlier, in the market who promise the people that they will do deemed conveyance and charge per member at the rate of somewhere 10,000, somewhere 20,000, somewhere 40,000. I've known a cooperative housing society in Bandra where they are offering to do a conveyance by charging 1 lakh per flat, because Bandra is a prime area and some middleman. There is not just middleman, there are organizations which claim to be associations of cooperative societies who come to societies and ask them to be members of the society and then say, we will do deemed conveyance, you make your members contribute, and the contribution shall be given to a private company, and then that money will be withdrawn by the association and used to help you get your deemed conveyance. Please do not fall into the trap of such organizations who claim to be your friends but actually cheat you by doing things which they should not do and indulging you into illegal activities, including collecting money for what they say it is speed money, actually it is bribe. Remember that contribution towards bribe is also illegal. Societies collecting money for in the name of speed money is also illegal. So these are things that you should resist yourself from doing. You should take care. We have helped innumerable societies to get deemed conveyance without contributing a penny. Yes, it is true that a section of the registrar's office is extremely corrupt. A lot of societies tell us. But they are corrupt because these so-called bogus associations corrupt them. If you do the conveyance process the correct way and submit the correct papers, you don't have to contribute any money for speed money or corruption or whatever. What is legitimately due to the government as stamp duty or registration charges, that of course everyone has to give. So this is how your deemed conveyance will be done. With this is Chandrashekhar Prabhu bidding you au revoir, promising you to come with more such posts. Keep watching, keep commenting. Your comments are important to us. Bye for now.